Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have been good boys and girls, because allegedly, if you have been on your best behavior, there's going to be a massive Nintendo Direct this week. Allegedly. Do I believe that? Not currently, but there is a couple rumors and leaks, so we're going to go over that, as well as some Zelda 40th anniversary stuff, some Pokemon Presents stuff. We just got some stuff to go over today, so let's go ahead and get right into this video. So yes, we did get a Nintendo Direct a week or two ago, right? Was it a good Direct? No. The answer is no. I don't care if you say yes, the answer is still no. Because the whole purpose of buying the Nintendo Switch 2, right, is to play new Nintendo Switch 2 games. Yes, third party is cool, and some of you only have a Switch 2, so this is the only way you can play a lot of these games. That is perfectly fine. I'm happy that you're happy these games are coming over. But people like me, we bought this to play new Nintendo games. So let's talk about a new Nintendo Direct, new Mario, Zelda's 40th anniversary, Pokemon Presents, and anything else that pops into my mind. Before we get started, if you could, hit a like and subscribe. That would really mean the world to me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep these communities growing, and let's go ahead and get right into it. Let's start with Zelda's 40th anniversary, because this is not a question of, is Zelda going to have an anniversary? We know this is happening, right? I could be wrong, but I think it is February 21st, which would be Saturday. Now, does it feel like Nintendo would do some announcements on Saturday for Zelda's 40th anniversary? Maybe. I feel like it's better to do this during the week, but it doesn't have to be exactly on the day, but they still could, you know? It doesn't really mean anything, I guess, the date. It's just a fact that it is an anniversary this year. So I'm looking online right now at Zelda's 35th anniversary to see what we officially got. And it says we got the Game & Watch, which I think was neat. We also got Skyward Sword HD and the special Joy-Cons. Now, I could be wrong, but I feel like Skyward Sword HD was not officially tied to Zelda's 35th anniversary. Like, it came out the same year, but I don't think it was part of the quote-unquote big celebration they had. Side note, Skyward Sword HD is incredible, man. Such a good Zelda game. Super underrated. And I'll fight you. Like, not physically, but mentally or telepathically, if you disagree with that take. Now, I do think we need something. 35th anniversary, we got a Game & Watch, Skyward Sword HD. It's cool, but it's nothing to write home about. This is a bigger deal, not only because it's the 40th and it sounds cooler and is a bigger number, but we have the Zelda movie coming out next year. So you want to start promoting Zelda as much as you can, and you don't want to stop until that movie comes out. So the perfect way to start is Zelda's 40th anniversary. Some people are thinking that even though the anniversary is this weekend, they're not going to say anything, they're going to wait till the summertime. And while I could see that happening, right, it's Nintendo. That's how they like to play ball sometimes. I just feel like with the Zelda movie, you start promoting it now, and you try to have an announcement or some kind of event or something damn near every month until the movie comes out. And I think the movie comes out next April or next February or something. So we start now with an announcement saying Zelda's 40th anniversary. If I had to guess, the Oracle games are getting remade. Then there's obviously the big rumor of Ocarina of Time being remade. We know we have a bunch of Lego sets coming out this year. Maybe some new merchandise. You know, we have the Talking Flower. We had Rosalina's Storybook. Maybe they do an Ocarina or something Zelda related, right? Then 2 months later we get, Twilight Princess to Nintendo Online. That'd be kind of cool, like the GameCube version, even though it's technically a Wii game. Because I have a weird feeling that we're almost not going to get Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD. This is the lowest hanging fruit for Nintendo. Allegedly, these ports were done for the Switch 2 or 3 years ago. But it almost feels like they don't want to release them now. Maybe Nintendo's thought process is Nintendo Online is bringing in so much money. We put Wind Waker on there and people are signing up. Eventually we'll put Twilight Princess on the GameCube or Wii, and then that will have people sign up. Or we can release these games and then people won't want to sign up or something like that. I just feel like Nintendo almost doesn't want to release these games anymore. But that's still something that could happen this year. But it is still something that could happen this year, and I still hope it does happen this year. Me personally though, I do think there is going to be something tied to Zelda's 40th anniversary. Like I said earlier, a majority of people are thinking summertime because that's how they normally would play this. But with the Zelda movie coming next year, I just don't think that's the case. I think it's Zelda for the entire year. Now, if they do announce something for Zelda's 40th anniversary, and they don't announce it randomly during the week, or they don't announce it on the actual anniversary, Well, where else would they do that? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to tell you the answer. That is at a general Nintendo Direct. The same way they played it with Mario's 40th anniversary at the beginning, let's just do the same thing with Zelda. 10 or 15 minute presentation breaking down the franchise, new stuff, yada yada, blase blase, and then we go into that alleged general Direct. Listen, I really do not want to come off as I'm unappreciative of the Switch 2, or it doesn't have games, or I'm not having fun, or it's not worth it, right? I think this generation is great. I think it's starting off strong-ish, but I think there's a lot of missed opportunities, and it seems like Nintendo's main focus is just saying, look, the Switch was underpowered, but the Switch 2 is not. Look at all these great third-party ports. Look at all these great games coming over. Yeah, we have first-party stuff, but you guys know that. That's not what we're focused on. I literally keep my Switch 2 within like an arm's reach at all times, and I'm currently 10 or 11 hours into Persona 3 Reload. I'm having a lot of fun. But that does not mean I do not want new first-party stuff, exclusively for the Switch 2. Nintendo was able to work their magic with a Switch. Like, I remember playing Luigi's Mansion 3 on my first Switch and thinking, wow, this is what the graphics look like on this console? This is amazing. I can't believe all the games are going to look this good. Obviously, that was not the case, but Nintendo is able to work their magic on their own hardware. So what could they do with the Switch 2? We're seeing these third-party ports. Stuff is looking amazing. What can Nintendo do for their own first-party stuff? Cool, we're getting Switch 2 editions of Switch games, and that's kind of a look into the quality and maybe some of their thinking, but it's not really even scratching the surface to me. And there's one game we have yet to see or even hear a mention of, and that's the next 3D Super Mario game. Like, look, Odyssey is a masterpiece, and I was actually watching some gameplay a couple days ago of Super Mario Odyssey on the Switch 2, and I couldn't believe it. Like, I could not believe that's what a Mario game looks like, right? Especially a game that came out in 2017. Like, sure, it's on the Switch 2, but essentially it is a Switch game and it looks amazing. And I know technically we did get a new Super Mario game or a 3D Mario game with Bowser's Fury. It really was a lot of fun, but it was like 5 or 6 hours. But the graphics on that game looked incredible. So you're like, whoa, if Odyssey looked like this, and then now Bowser's Fury looks like this, what is the Switch 2 going to look like? And this is before we've seen what the Switch 2 is capable of. Yeah, I need to see that next 3D Mario. So allegedly, there's possibly going to be a general direct this week that's going to show off that next 3D Mario game. This whole rumor is coming from Nash Weedle and maybe Attack the Backlog. I don't want to say something where somebody didn't say something, right? Like, I don't want to say Attack the Backlog said this and they didn't say it. So I'm just going off memory. But I know Nash Weedle said something. And then allegedly, he had sources saying March or February. Then more of those sources are now saying February that were saying March. Whether this happens or does not happen, we need some announcements from Nintendo. We need some news from Nintendo. What are our upcoming games? Super Mario Bros. Wonder plus Meet Up at Bell Bell Park? That's a huge missed opportunity there. Like, yeah, cool multiplayer stuff, but the whole gimmick of Super Mario Bros. Wonder was weird and wacky and cool levels, and we're not getting new levels, or at least it seems that way. Big missed opportunity. We have Yoshi's Storybook that does look very promising and very fun, but it's not going to move the needle at all. It's just a new Yoshi game. We have a few other games, but these are multi-platform, like Tamagotchi Life, and something that I'm sure I'm missing right now. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and pretend I know how business and stocks and investing works, but if you're not releasing games exclusively for your new console, there's a lot of people out there who are not exclusively going to the store to buy that new console. Therefore, you're not capitalizing on your moment and you're not making as much money as possible. Therefore, investors are losing money, or at least are not as happy as they could be because there's a lot of missed potential there. And Nintendo stock has dropped drastically over the last 6 months. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say it would probably be a lot better if people were buying more Switch 2s. And again, please don't think I'm saying the Switch 2 is not breaking records and it's selling incredible, but it has probably slowed down quite a bit or could be better. And there's only one way you do that. You release games that are titled system sellers. Now we know there's a Pokemon Presents on February 27th. That day is pretty cool, but you guys are probably missing the most important day of this month. That is February 28th. Rack your brains, look at your calendars, think, what is this day? Why is it so important? Guys, I will give you a hint. It is my freaking birthday. Put that on your calendars, mark it down, don't forget. Because, yeah, that's just a really cool day. But we do have a Pokemon Presents February 27th, and while 9 times out of 10 I say do not get excited for these presentations, they are the biggest letdowns. It's always like random Pokemon card tournament stuff, mobile game stuff, really dumbass spin-offs that are like cross-play with mobile games. There's really never nothing there, but there's big rumors that we're going to get Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's cool. Like I said in another video, I don't really care because I have a million other ways to play these games, but I'm happy for the people who are going to have access to this if these rumors are true. But the biggest rumor, and there's a lot of weight behind it, is we're finally going to see Generation 10 Pokemon, which is allegedly going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. And this is it right here. A lot is riding on this. You know, we give Pokemon a lot of shit because the graphics are not great. Me personally, I buy and beat and play all the games and enjoy them, but they're not really something to look at and write home to. So we give you guys a lot of shit. Allegedly, you're pushing out the games too fast. I've heard some rumors that they've heard some feedback and they're going to change some stuff. I do think Pokemon Legends EA, the Switch 2 edition, looked decent. And I have to remember that was technically a Switch 1 game. But this is the Switch 2 exclusive. The first Switch 2 Pokemon game. We have new hardware. And I know the old hardware was not holding you back at all. But there is truly no excuses here. You've had time to cook on it. You have the new hardware. You have the hype. And as exciting as this is, and Pokemon is a system seller, it's not going to come out until November. So it's like, yeah, that's cool. Hopefully they don't do what they did for Pokemon Legends EA, like that first trailer, where it was like just kind of some graphics moving around for a minute and a half and gave us a name, I think. Please don't be that. Let us see the graphics. Let us see the potential, because this, while it won't really fix any problems right now, it's something to look forward to later in the year for the Switch 2. So we have Zelda's 40th anniversary, a rumored General Direct, which I have no confidence in it actually showing up, and a Pokemon Presents this month. In theory, if things go right, this could fix a lot of the problems with the Switch 2. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. So in the comments below, I would love to hear from you guys. Pokemon Presents, Zelda, General Direct, new Mario. Let me know what you guys are thinking. And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, I gotta say thank you so much for your time. I know there's only so much time in a day, and the fact that you took time out of your day, truly, I hope I can convey this message. Thank you for watching my videos. It means the world to me. So I hope you stick around for other videos. So hit a like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Consider becoming a channel member. And you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace.